Today we're going down to Daejeon to explore a new shop. Welcome back to the channel, and this is a video I wanted to make about 2-3 weeks ago now. It's when I went to Daejeon, which is a little city a little bit down south of Seoul. It takes about roughly 35 minutes to get there by KTX SRT, which is the fast train, the bullet train, which I'm riding right now. So we're heading down there, and it's very early morning. I was super tired, had to wake up quite early. Anyway, I'm arriving there. So you see, this is Daejeon, this is the station. It's a very nice place. I like this place a lot, to be honest. It's very fun. It has a very cool vibe, very old school nearby the station. So I had my normal little breakfast here, little Starbucks coffee and a little croque monsieur, little sandwich. So this is the bookstore in question where I did find a bunch of tapes, and obviously they're all like late release tapes that I did find. Like not many old tapes there, to be honest. This is what I started digging in. As you can see here, there's so many books in there. It's crazy. There's piles left and right. So I'm just strolling here in the store. So on one floor they had like just a bunch of little tapes like lying around like this. So I'm just like showing you what was around. I mean, this floor didn't have many, to be honest. Like I'm just looking, okay, this one's 2007, little Korean animation, which is cool. But not much on this floor, to be honest. Although I picked up a few tapes that had no sleeves and no clamshell, so they were just like loose tapes like this. So as you can see, I did pick up the Casino Royale that you see right there, and the one right next to it, which is the second movie of Pirates of the Caribbean. So yeah, this was a pick, of course, and I did end up finding the sleeve for that upstairs, so I was really happy about it. A bit more tapes here, some Disney, some Barbie tapes. There's a little erotica there, like I don't know why it's there, but why not? You even have like American tapes there. So the good old, Black Diamonds. They're so rare, they're even in South Korea. Who would have guessed, right? Alright, now we're gonna move from this floor because like I said, there wasn't much to check there, but we're gonna move upstairs where the core of the tapes are. So yeah, they have like those very narrow staircases, as you can see. So going there, by the way, I guess many of the tapes were hit by humidity, and I was there about a year ago. So what I was trying to do basically was to find about like 10 or maybe a dozen tapes I did put aside back then, and I did forget to pick up and buy, because at the time I bought like over 40 tapes, and I did forget that one pile. Anyways, I'm just trying to browse around, trying to find those tapes. And by the way, of course, if you've seen my previous video, you noticed that I did find them. Like there was that Spider-Man 3 in there. There was the Pirates of the Caribbean 3, and I ended up picking up part 2 as well. So I did find all the tapes that I put aside. Just they were like a bit scattered because I guess some people browsed in there in the meantime. Of course, it's been a year, so that's what you would expect. So yeah, many of the boxes, by the way, if you pick them up, you have to be very careful because they got hit by humidity, so they would just fall apart and all the tapes will go through. So you have to be very careful when handling those boxes. There's like a couple piled up there, so yeah. It was a fun digging experiment, and it's always fun to dig for tapes, So yeah, like I'm just checking there, and since, like I said, the prices for those tapes were pretty good, I ended up picking up like almost, I wouldn't say like all the late releases, but like a huge bunch of them. The only thing I left there was, like some Korean movies that like I didn't know if, anyone would fancy them, but otherwise I would pick like everything. And by the way, don't worry about like there's a couple of sexy movies there. It looks like a bit maybe not good for YouTube, but they're like properly censored, and there's a reason for that, because those movies, like I said, in South Korea, they're heavily censored, like the cover art. So it's because, as you know, there's like children in the video stores and everything. So yeah, you won't, even though you see a couple, you won't see anything like racy too much. So here I'm flipping to some piles. As you can see, like your typical like Korean movies popping up, mixed with animation, mixed with American movies. It was like a mishmash of everything, and my hands were totally dirty. This is just like the beginning. I've been like, I don't know, doing some rummage for like maybe 30 minutes by then, but it got worse, way worse. It was like really dirty, especially the boxes, So yes, some Disney, I kept saying like there's late releases, but it's mainly like, I would say late 90s, like really like 98, 99 and up until I think the latest tape I could find was perhaps late 2009. So nothing from 2010, by the way. And as you know, there were tapes made in 2010 in South Korea, but I didn't find any of them. Otherwise, I would have picked them up. Well, there's a couple, one there. I think this was 2006. So yeah, this pile wasn't too great. Actually, I did film that as I was going. I didn't do any mise en scène, as you would say. I didn't set the camera and be like, oh my god, I found this tape. No, this is as I was going through the pile, what I was finding all along. I did some little editing because a little sexy movie there. But yeah, as you can see there, everything that I found was not really compelling, to be honest. In this particular box, at least the first half of the box. Yeah, this one is cool, but yeah, had a bit of sun fade. That was the thing too, going on with some sun fade on a couple of spines. So if we dig a bit more into this box here, what do we have? Yeah, I was kind of hoping like the bottom would be fantastic, but it's always the same thing, you remove a couple of tapes, then you dive, at the bottom, and like, oh my god, there's like those rare tapes, but didn't happen for that specific box. A couple boxes like that one right there had only erotic films, so yeah, I'm gonna show you that. Obviously, this one, yeah, more like 2002 movies. The pile over there in the back those are all the tapes I put aside that I wanted to pick up, and that I ended up picking up. A couple more here. So it's a bit more like Korean movies again. On this side of I would say like it's kind of like a little attic in there. So on this side, like there are a couple more like interesting movies, more like kids films, but nothing like what people are asking me about, like the Simpson movie and Cars, and like late releases like 2009 or what is it called again? Wall-E, things like that. Nothing of that sort. Sadly, I did pick up maybe a Shrek 3, but that's it. In this box, see, this is the previous one that I started digging. There was nothing interesting, and at the very, very bottom, there are a couple of Harry Potter movies. And I do remember last year when I went to that store, I did pick up a Harry Potter Year 5 and also the very last one released, which was Year 6. I did remember they had the whole set. I was looking for them because before they were downstairs, so now it seems they were at the bottom of this box. But sadly, it was all moldy, as you can see there. So I ended up leaving that one there because it was beyond cleanable, let's say. This box was quite interesting. I noticed like there were a couple of posters, so like old school posters. So let's just pull them out, see what this is all about. So here you have the movie Friends, which in Korean is Chingu. I think that was 2001. It was a big success. It was kind of like the very early days of the Hallyu, like the Korean wave. Here you have a movie from Hong Kong with forgot his name, Andy Lau. Yeah, a couple more. It was like a ton of like the same poster, like the Friends poster. I think there were like 30-40 of them all packed. So here, there's like another one, Friends here with a couple of signatures. Of course, they're just printed signatures, they're not real ones. They're all in plastic. So anyway, I ended up not taking anything in there. Oh, there's a very dusty Harry Potter, which I picked up, by the way, and I kind of swapped the box because it was, I mean, you can tell right there, it's just horrible. So I did swap the clamshell, but I ended up picking up this copy, which was very clean. Okay, couple more. See, this is like animation I did find, so I picked that one up. It's the Hitcher. I think the Hitcher I left it there, but those are the ones I was like on the fence, was like, should I pick those one up? And then I think I ended up picking up a couple. And finally, I went downstairs because this is a bookstore, and I did find some cool game magazines, and I ended up buying one. Just maybe I'll show it to you later on, because it has like a Korean game in it, so that was cool. So this was my little trip to Daejeon. I hope you liked it, and once again, guys, well, I'll see you on the next one.